Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Introducing Leah Garcia's Wall of Wealth, the ultimate one-page financial plan to protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth with confidence. Whether you're a business owner or just starting your financial journey, this step-by-step guide gives you the tools to create a solid foundation for long-term success. Don't wait to transform your money mind shift. Download your free copy today at leahgarcia.io and start building your wall of wealth now.
And we are live. Welcome to this episode of Wealthy Wednesday. Today is going to be fire. You're going to enjoy my special guest speaker. I'm so honored to have him here. And we have been planning this for a little while now. So come on in, champions. Come on in. Grab your notepad because you're going to want to take some notes. Get your fuzzy slippers. Find something nice and warm to drink, depending on where you are. I've got my green tea here. Where are you tuning in from? We are live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. And pretty soon we're going to be going live on other channels too. I've got a lot of things planned for 2026. This topic today is absolutely on point, on fire. Plan with a purpose. Strategic power moves for a powerful 2026. Plan with a purpose. Strategic power moves for a powerful 2026. How many of you want to have a powerful 2026? Listen, 2025 was our year to rise up and thrive. 2026 is our year to get in the mix. And this is what I mean by that. It is your time to come out of the shadows. It is your time to get into the comments. It is your turn and your opportunity to get to know some people that you're connected to. Make some new collaborations. We got to stop being behind the curtains. We got to stop being so, status quo and humble. Okay. And it doesn't mean to be braggadocious. What I mean is you got to be willing to shout yourself out a little bit. Like our Queen Dr. Leslie Flowers, thank you for joining us. I love shouting her out. If you don't know her, please get to know her. If you want to get on track for your goals, you got to get with her. She has her Mindset Mondays, and then she has our financial literacy on Fridays, which she talks about Think and Grow Rich. I absolutely love her studies. I listen to the replays. If you can't catch her live, catch her on the replay. So today we're going to talk about a great topic, but I want to highlight how I got to know our amazing guest speaker. Oftentimes my speakers are people that I know and I've done some collaborations with. This guest speaker is a little bit different. I met him through, a no-pitch coffee chat. A no-pitch coffee chat. That's how I met him. In fact, I'm going to crown myself the queen of 7-minute no-pitch coffee chats. I love having no-pitch coffee chats. I think that it's time for all of us to step more into that. If you're not having no-pitch coffee chats, I would really encourage you to have one a week. Get to know somebody who is in your network that maybe you don't know anything about. And the key is here, no agenda. Right? There's no agenda. I'm not going to try to sell you anything, and please don't try to sell me anything either. Just have a conversation. Get to know some people. And oftentimes when I talk about this, especially with my team, sometimes they'll ask me, well, what do you talk about? Gosh, I don't know. Learn how to be interesting. Look at their profile and ask some questions about who they are and what they do. Just sit down and have a cup of tea, have a few sips with somebody and get to know some people. And that would probably really help all of us expand who we are. So without further ado, today's guest speaker, I really adore him because really when I met him, his passion, his enthusiasm for what he does really resonated with me. Now, listen, that doesn't mean every 7 no-pitch coffee chat results in a collaboration, but it's an opportunity for a conversation, right? Wow, there you go. Every conversation doesn't into a collaboration, but what can you find within this person? So my guest speaker is Victor. He is the founder of Setters Institute, a life coach with youth development specialist and science trainer. He has a heart to help our youth. And that was really the story that resonated with me. Listen, we got to pour into our youth. We got to pour into the next generation. Otherwise, all the information that we have dies with us. And that's not good. So please give it up and give a warm round of applause for my incredible guest speaker, Mr. Victor. And I'm not going to attempt to say your last name because I don't want to butcher your last name.
Okay, no
Welcome to
problem with
Wealthy
that.
Wednesday, Victor. Thank you for taking the time. So for those people who don't know about you, give us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about your story.
All right, all right. So my name is Victor Otasowie, and I'm the founder of Future Setters Institute. And what we do at Future Setters is to train people on three core niches. So our focus is on leadership, personal development, and work ethics. So we observe that so many young persons are looking forward to adequate mentorship. But what's the problem? The problem is they lack the right persons to reach out to. For example, a lot of people don't really know that Leah Garcia is doing something like this. But the way she does her no pitch coffee chat, it connects her to people. So these are things that we do at Future Setters as well too. The focus is to build people, to give them that power, that mindset to do things on their own. That's one thing we do at Future Setters. And the other part is we are also focused on training young persons in Nigeria in the aspect of science. Now, so far we've been having we have a project currently, which is Future Setters School Project. And one great thing you get to know a lot of great things about our school project, how you can come in, how you can get to know about what we do as we proceed on this call. So trust me, this call is going to be wonderful. This training is going to be impactful. You are going to learn a lot of great things, and you are also going to be able to build a great network with someone who possesses immense passion for growth. Just the way Leah Garcia is so passionate about finance, so also I'm also passionate about mentoring the least person out there to become the best version of themselves. So once more, thank you so much, Leah Garcia, for giving me this opportunity to feature in your program. I would say it's a rare privilege because so far I've had about 40 episodes of my youth development show. But this is the first time I'm getting an invitation to an event like this. And I must say it's a very great one. And I applaud you for such opportunity. Thank you so much, Leah Garcia.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It is truly my honor. It truly is, Victor. And why your story really resonated with me, even as you're unpacking it right now, I remember the feeling. I don't remember all the words, but I remember the feeling. And oftentimes people, I've heard this quote, they say, people won't remember what you say, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. When we had our No Pitch Coffee chat, you were talking about pouring into the youth and mentoring youth. And I will tell you, I grew up on the east side of San Jose on food stamps and welfare. And I was, I missed a lot of school because if we didn't get up in time for the school bus, if our parents didn't wake us up, we just didn't go to school. We didn't have a car a lot of times, so our parents wouldn't take us to school. And so I was very blessed and have been very blessed to have many people who've poured into me, even as a young child. I had teachers who were just wonderful to me. My second grade teacher, Mrs. Hammond, to this day, I honor her, although she's passed away, but I honor her for the things that she taught me as a little 7-year-old little kid. My 8th grade teacher was really impactful. My 6th grade teacher, Mr. Margosian, he was incredible to us. He would read us stories. He read us James and the Giant Peach. He read us Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He would read stories to us. He would bring in current events. He'd bring the newspaper in and read to us. He allowed us to pick our own spelling words. We would all go through the dictionary and then he'd say, okay, we're getting 20 spelling words. Okay, what's your word? And then he would pick the words that we would have. To this day, glockenspiel is one of my favorite words because it was one of our spelling words in 6th grade. So do you see how much that I can remember? That's why what you were talking about, Victor, truly touched my heart because I believe that we need to pour into our youth. We need to be there. We need to be leading them. We need to be guiding them. We need to be loving on them. We need to be giving them our information because otherwise, like I said at the beginning, it dies with us. And what a travesty to have that happen. So Victor, I want to know, you learned a little bit about my heart and my past. Yeah. Who are the people that poured into you as a young child and young adult coming up?
All right. So I will start from the fact that my parents were an inspiration or are an inspiration to me because they gave me access to education. That's the first part, access to education. They gave me opportunity to express myself, although to an extent, but I made up my mind to really do things right. You see, so many persons out there, the limitation they have is their parents. That's one. Another one could be the friends around. The kind of friends around you could also limit the kind of person you become. So for me, I would say most of the friends I have around me, I've impacted in them. I've made sure that what I do at Future Setters, at some point in time, some persons will call me today, say, Victor, how do you go about this? How are you going about that? Consistency. How are you so consistent? There was even a time someone around me told me, he said, Victor, you are too consistent. And you know the funny thing about that? The person who said you are too consistent did not know that the next person out there also knew about me. What did the person say? He said, I have inspired him in so many ways, and the way I do things has really helped him to also try new things. So these are things, these are platforms, these are things that we do to help young people, to help people out there. We are in this world to help others. I keep preaching about it. Help people with your skills. Don't know everything. You can know everything, but you don't apply everything. That's one limitation. So many of us out there, we know so much. We are so passionate about a lot of things. But how do we really make all these things work? That is when we are able to put the little skills we have into practice. And that's what I've been doing to ensure that I can start with one instead of starting with so many, instead of being a jack of all trades. A great man, I will mention his name here. He said, Oliver Wenanetiga said, you cannot be Mother Teresa. You cannot be everywhere. You cannot play the good guy, playing that you can be master of everything. No, you can't. But the way I've been inspired by so many young persons, so many international persons, is they tell me, start with one, be the best at this. And when you are the best at this, you see things going out there. And also focus on your passion. The passion is what drives you, what energizes you to do great things. So many persons out there, they are just doing it. I'll give an instance in Nigeria. So many Nigerians out there. What do they do? What is the issue? What's the problem? The thing is, my friend is a business person. My friend is into business. But because my friend is into business, I made up my mind that, okay, I'm also going to same business. And when I go into same business, I don't prosper. I don't succeed in that business. And I begin to regret that, wow, why? Why did I do this? Why did I invested so much money? You spent so much time trying to follow what the person is doing, but no results. That is one thing. So we all need to follow our passion. We all need to be inspired. Have people that actually have like minds, like Leah Garcia, who is doing very well for herself. Have great minds, great mentors like them, and also try to explore options. Try to do things. Don't just have the coffee chat with people. Also have an opportunity to share your opinion, share your ideas with them, and possibly the person may have a solution to your problem. So as time goes on in this call, I will tell you certain strategies which I have used and has helped me in what I'm doing, and also can also help you to achieve success. Once more, thank you so much, Leah
Awesome.
Garcia.
Awesome. This is so powerful. Can you guys hear can you feel his passion? That's what attracted me to him and which led me to want him to be a guest speaker here, is because he has so much passion, so much enthusiasm for what he's doing and pouring into the youth. And think about that. Start with one. You can just start with one person. Maybe you can't start a podcast. Maybe you don't have a place where you can mentor and teach many young people, but maybe you can start with one person. Maybe you're an auntie or an uncle or a gams. Maybe you're a neighbor. I had several neighbors who were really wonderful to us and would do special things. We had one who we called Granny. She lived next door, and every once in a while she would bring over treats for us and stuff. So who's that one youth that you can pour into? I love that. And I really honor you for shouting out your parents. Okay, I think that's wonderful. I'm glad that your parents are still alive. That's incredible. I'm sure they're so proud of you and what you're doing. So I love that. That's incredible. So let's talk about this plan with a purpose. We want to know some strategic power moves for a powerful 2026. And give me a 1 in the chat if you want to have a powerful 2026. If you're ready to get in the mix, this is your year. I'm telling you, This is the
Definitely.
year. There's so much opportunity out there. So give us what's some golden nuggets? Give us a golden nugget here, Victor.
Okay, golden nag. Okay, I'm smiling. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. So I will tell you some great strategies which you need to know, and also you need to involve them in your activities. Some strategies which I've used. One thing I've made sure I do in all my activities is I practice what I preach. So see some persons they will tell you life is easy, setting up a business is easy, setting up a school is easy, trying to make friends is easy. They'll tell you things are so easy. In the books, it looks so easy, so simple until you put them into practice. Now, I'm here to challenge you out there to tell you that you can do unimaginable things. Now, I'm not here to motivate you, but I'm here to tell you that you can take action. The first thing you need to do is to take action. Don't sit down. Don't just think about ideas. Thinking about how it can work. Thinking about how you can, how you can reach out to others for support. Don't just think about that. Think about how you can start and how you can make that push and how you can do things on your own first. Yes, sharing ideas is good, sharing all the great things is good, but you have to start from somewhere and go and meet people. So I'll tell you, firstly, as a young person, not just a young person, as a person watching this live stream today, I'm challenging you in that place you are. Ask yourself, do they know you? Ask yourself, do they know you? You are going out to proclaim the great things you do, but do people know you in that environment you are? Now, you can be a king out there. You can be a boss. You can be a leader. You can be a very great man out there. But if your community, your environment does not know you, it's also a challenge. So I'll tell you from experience that it starts from where you are. When you start from where you are known. And you take the message out there. Those persons that are in that environment will push you further to achieve success. But imagine you go to a new environment, trying to struggle, trying to do things, and things may not really come out the way you expect it. So, firstly, be intentional. Be intentional about your activities. Sit down to assess yourself. Sit down to know yourself and know what you can do. What are you so passionate about? I'll use my sister as an example. I tell you, this is a very important story. I'll use my sister as an example. Back then, when I was in school, back then my parents said, study medicine or surgery. I actually loved it. I was the best student in school. I was so passionate about a lot of things. So I was thinking, oh, medicine and surgery, engineering, and all that. But then what happened? Do you know what happened? I looked into myself, assessed myself. I was the best in that school. I said, okay, since I'm the best, and since in my community, in my environment, my family, no one has ever become a doctor. And also, I can challenge myself that, okay, I can study medicine and surgery. I apply for the examinations and I also get access to such. But let me tell you something. Back then, there was a push from parents telling you, do this, do that. But what did I observe? I observed that if maybe at that point I sat down to make a decision based on what I loved and based on my purpose, definitely I would have achieved more success. But what happened back then? I did it. I, did everything. And what happened? Back then, I didn't get the medicine and surgery, but I got a different course, biochemistry. Now, one great thing I got to understand is when I got to the 200 level in the university, I was now thinking, why not engineering? Why biochemistry? I told my parents, I reached out to them, I said, Mom, Dad, I want to study engineering. And then they met me and they told me, no, study biochem, study medicine and surgery. Then I said, okay, take another exam. But then at this second stage, I made a decision to myself. I said, no, I can't do this. I have to follow God's calling. I had a calling back then, and the calling was, Victor, don't do it. Just pause. Just think about it that this is the right place you are supposed to be. And then I said, oh, that's a great thing. And then I followed my heart. I finished up with the course biochemistry. And then I came out. I had so much passion for mathematics, teaching mathematics, chemistry, physics in Nigeria. I started doing it. I was so passionate. Back then in school, I was already teaching my fellow students mathematics, teaching them
Wow.
physics. Even my seniors, the seniors in school, I was teaching them already. When I got to the biochemistry department, I was also teaching my students, my fellow classmates. I was teaching them. I wrote books, about 3 books, which I also selling to date. And what happened? I discovered that my passion is teaching. My passion
Wow.
is impacting others. My passion is using my skills to achieve success. People are passionate about businesses, passionate about speaking, passionate about all sorts of things. My passion is seeing the least person out there. The least person out there. He feels me, he resonates to me, and he loves or is happy with the little time he spends with me. So that's one thing I do. And I'm telling you today, if you can embrace your passion, don't run away from your passion. No matter how much you try to run away, take that boosted today. Take your
Woo.
time now. If you are there, get a paper. This is very important. Get a pen and a paper and document all the various things you are doing today. Now, the first thing, okay, I'm so passionate about singing. I'm so passionate about teaching. I'm so passionate about dancing. But then people are not helping me out to do these things. No, what I should do is do what I love and see how I can grow it to earn money. Don't just see it as something low, that those ideas you have are useless. People, you tell them, you see some persons, I'll tell you, I've met a lot of people. I reach out to them, telling them what I want to do. But they also have their own plans. They have their own things they have on their minds. So they don't really want to give you that access to do things. They want to believe in you first. So meaning you have to believe in yourself first before others can believe in you. So no one will believe in you today. No one, nobody, even your parents at some point. It's only some persons that are lucky to have parents that are supportive to them. Maybe the mom is supportive, but the dad is not supportive. So these are things you need to look into. So you need to start from yourself. Take your time, get a pen and paper, draft out what you want to do this year, and then start taking action. If it's taking a loan, if it is talking, discussing with friends, I will tell you, out of 10,000 friends, only one or two listen to you. So take your time to start taking action, and also understanding that this thing is your dream, it's your idea, it's you. And if you have a dream, you have a vision, you have an idea, you have something great, all these things may sound like motivational to you, but I'm telling you that all these things are things that I work with. These are my principles. Every day I think about this. I've read a lot of books, but I'll tell you that all these things are things you can take your time to do, and you start seeing actions. You start seeing results coming out. So it starts with an idea. I have an idea, and also, is this idea something that can work? You will look at it. Is it feasible? Is the idea feasible? You can say, oh, okay, you want to go into this. You want to go into a repairing of, want to be repairing bikes. But you ask yourself, in that environment, do people use bikes? You want to go into repairing of cars. But in that place, people use bicycle. Feasibility. So does this really match with what you are doing? So you need to take your time. These ideas, they are good. But if these ideas are not feasible in this place, go to another place. Like I told you before, you can be good in that environment, but it only depends on if there is a need for that product. If there is no need for that product, just find a place that will value it. And if, for example, you know that this skill you want to learn in the place you are is not useful, what is the need doing those things? Why not focus on things that you can use and you achieve success there? So these are things that I want to look. So the first one I will tell you, be intentional. The second one is you need to start taking action. And another one I'll tell you, be productive. Be productive.
I
I'll
love
give you an
that.
instance.
Gosh. I
I'll
asked
give
you
you
for
an
one
instance.
golden nuggets, but you gave us
Okay.
many, many golden nuggets, many golden
Okay. All
bars.
right. All right. All
Some of
right. No
it.
problem.
Oh,
No problem.
amazing, amazing.
No
I
problem.
absolutely love that.
All right.
You said,
Okay.
do they know you? My mentor
Yeah.
said this a few years ago. He said,
All
it's
right.
no longer who we know, it's who
Okay.
knows us. And
Okay.
what that means is There are other people who are going to tell your story. How many people do you know that can tell your story? They're going to tell other people about you. They're going to open up opportunities. Maybe they're going to invite you to be a guest speaker. So that's why, to me, those coffee chats are so valuable. Maybe they do need my services, or maybe I need their services. Maybe there's a collaboration, or maybe it's just somebody else who can say, you know what? Yeah, Leah's a real person. Okay. I had a coffee chat with her. I met her. So I love that you said that. Also, you really are so passionate. You discover that you love teaching. And sometimes we don't find our passion because we're not willing to kind of jigger with things. Try things out. Maybe you start to teach other people and it really does turn out to be something that's passionate for you. But maybe you find out it's not really your thing, and that's okay, right? We have to be willing to have some conversations and be willing to try some things out that we hadn't done before. And that's how you were able to discover not just your passion, Victor, but also your gifting. I'm sure you're a gifted, talented teacher, or that's where we get those good feelings from, right? When we're good at something, we get those good feelings and it makes us want to do that more. I want to shout out a few more people who've joined us. I want to say hello to Chris Monastery, my good friend. Thank you for joining us, Chris. He is so passionate about saving teen lives. He's on a crusade to help save teen lives from distracted driving. He has an incredible story. He's written a book. He has a great website. He's been a guest speaker a few times on my show, and we're going to do some more collaboration. So thank you for joining us, Chris. Also, the great Lisa Favec. I call her Lisa. If you don't know, there was a singer, Lisa. Anyway, she is our menopause mentor, but I would say all things good health. If you want to upgrade your health in 2026, get a hold of Lisa. She posts a lot of valuable content. She has a newsletter, great information, and things that you may not think about. Like, it's not just about what we eat, but it's those different combinations that really are meant to be together. And also, here's somebody else, and I apologize, I skipped over you, but I want to highlight you. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. This is Kibila, I hope. I'm not sure. Is this your friend, Victor?
All right. Not so sure, but it's great to have you here.
For joining us. We're not sure where you're joining us from. Thank you. Let us know how you found us. Where are you tuning in from? Are you getting us on LinkedIn? Are you on YouTube? Where are you at? Facebook? Let us know where you're at. The other thing is that I really loved when you talked about talking to yourself. You said, you know what? I'm the best at this. I think so many times we rah each other, but we have to sometimes take that opportunity to rah ourselves. We have to be kind to ourselves. We have to be aware of the words that we're saying to ourselves. Sometimes we don't need anybody to beat us up because we beat ourselves up enough. So a lot of great wisdom in all that. Absolutely. And then that's all the other thing you said was seek out what you love in ways that you can monetize it. I'm paraphrasing here. That's not the exact quote. But if you love dancing, maybe you would be a dance teacher, or maybe you're just a dance inspiring. Maybe you're just inspiring other people. What I've learned in my journey, Victor, and I'd love to know what you think about this, is when I operate in the things I'm passionate about, when I operate in the things that I'm gifted in, other opportunities and other things come out of seemingly nowhere. What do you think about that, Victor? Have you experienced that? Oh, we lost Victor.
Are you there, Leah? I'm with you.
Yeah. Did you get my question?
Right, I'm with you. I didn't get the question.
Okay. What I've experienced in my journey is that when I do the things that I'm passionate about, things that I love, other opportunities through osmosis, seemingly from out of nowhere, will appear. Okay, and this is what I mean by that.
I apologize. Okay, so can we take the question again? The thing is, someone was trying to call me, so I had to reject the call, please.
Oh yeah, you bet. You bet. I want to know what you think about this. What I've experienced in my journey is when I'm operating in things that I'm passionate about, when I'm doing things that I enjoy, that I'm good at, I will attract other opportunities. Other doors will open that
That's it.
seem to come from out of nowhere. And this is what I mean by that. I
That's
love
it.
to learn. I love to study, and I'm always attending different things to study and sharpen my craft. And some things are things that have to do with my business. Other things are just, I just like to learn. And I attended a class, a sales class. It was wonderful, enjoyed it. But out of that came an opportunity. And some of you see me on Motivation Monday with Eric F. King, right? We've been doing that now for 2 years. That came out
That's
of me
awesome.
just pursuing my own passion and just being who I am and just being interactive and engaged. So you never know where those opportunities would show up. So what do you share about that, Victor?
Yeah. So I would say that firstly, if a person is passionate about something, life is very, I'll use the word sweet. If you are very passionate about something, life is good, life is great. But in a situation where you are not passionate about something, it gets to a time where you get so weak, where you begin to rethink, begin to analyze things, and you begin to regret. Okay, so I'll give you an instance. You see, some persons, they spend over 20 years working for a private establishment. But what's the challenge? They do not have a single savings to boast of. They do not have any amount of money. They don't have one kobo or naira to say, okay, this is what I've invested in something. That's one thing. So one of the issues or one of the problems or one of the things you tend to benefit from when you are passionate about something, you may not look at the money now. You will not see the money now. But as time goes on, you are just so into it. You are just so result oriented. You are just doing it. As time goes on, people begin to see you. People begin to love you. People begin to spend time with you. People begin to give you money. And one thing I'll tell you, one great thing I'll tell you is very important. One thing I love to talk about is there are three ways by which people can help you. There are three ways you can earn or you can succeed, or three ways you can, attract value. One of the ways you can get reward by finance. You can get reward from you can get reward from appreciation, and you can also get rewards by recommendation. So you can get reward by finance. People can just love your speech, love so many things that you are doing, and they are so eager to see you the next time. And because you are so passionate about it, you are not tired. You keep doing it. You keep doing it consistently because you are passionate about it. But in a situation where you are not passionate about it, it may just give you a responsibility. Do it. You do it as if you are being entrusted to do it. But what about a situation where you do it because you love it? No one is controlling you, no one is forcing you to do something, but you are doing it because you are so passionate about it. That is one thing. So we need to sit down to be passionate, know what we are passionate about. What is that thing that you can spend a lot of time doing? Take your time to analyze it. Look within yourself. See those great things. See those things that people say no to. They don't like about you as a gift. Use your gifts. Those gifts. That's those things that people are listening to you. They are like, why are you doing this? People when people see you doing great things, when you see you doing things that no one has ever done, they are so angry. They are so surprised as to why you are doing this thing. But that is where passion comes in. When you discover your passion, people will be against you. You say all sorts of things. But when you discover your passion, you value what you are doing, you begin to succeed. So,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that was such fire. I say clip that. That was so fire. You are so on point. I really believe that not everyone easily has the ability to be passionate about things. Some people really hide that or it's very uncomfortable for them. If you can just kind of loosen up and be passionate about anything, maybe you love trains, maybe you love going on walks and you want to showcase different walks that people can do. People are watching you. I am telling you, I have had people that just seemingly from out of nowhere reach out to me, quote something that I said, or tell me about something that I did. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know anybody was watching that. So it's really so true. So bring your passion, and you will automatically, through osmosis, you're going to attract other opportunities. And listen, we can all do things to support each other. Maybe you support each other with your finance. Maybe you can pour some dollars into somebody. I believe in tithing and giving back and givers gain. So maybe there's somebody that you can actually support financially or do something wonderful for them. You can also appreciate them. Listen, Victor, I appreciate you showing up for this. I know the time zone's different. I understand that you're tuning in on your phone, but you're showing up and bringing all that you've got. I appreciate that so much. And you can also highlight and showcase another person by just giving them a recommendation, telling them that they're incredible. And when we're willing to do that, what I've learned is that through osmosis, people see that in you. Sometimes people are afraid to take the back seat because they think they're taking away their shine. But really, when you highlight another person, it just comes back on you. And with that being said, I want to highlight a few people who joined us. Miss Nick Angai Galindo, thank you for joining us. She is the brilliance behind guiding brilliant writers. If you are an aspiring author, or maybe you're a seasoned author and you're looking for an opportunity, get in touch with Miss Nick. She's an incredible publisher. I'm telling you, she has the heart of gold and truly has her brilliance. She has some upcoming classes. Nick, please share them in the comments. And by the way, this is an opportunity for you to shout yourself out. If you have a course that's coming up, you have an event, this is your opportunity to network. Now, that isn't true on every platform, on every event that I do, but on this platform, it is your opportunity to go ahead and shout yourself out. We want to know who you are. And by the way, if there's someone you don't know in the chat, reach out to them. Let's have those 7-minute no pitch coffee chats, right? Let's make that go viral. I want everybody to be doing no pitch coffee chats in 2026, right? And just remember that I'm the queen of that though, however, but anyway, great stuff. Let's see. Do I have anyone else new here? Again, we're going to highlight our Queen Dr. Leslie Flowers. I just adore her. She is so brilliant. She's written many books, over a dozen books. But I say she needs to write a dozen more. She has so much knowledge and wisdom that we need to showcase her brilliance, and we need to preserve all of that knowledge that she has. So much knowledge and wisdom that she's been studying over the past decades. I don't even know how long it's been, but she started as a small child, so that's okay. And then Miss Sharon, everybody is shouting out Sharon Byrne. I don't see you in the comments, Sharon. Great to see you. Sharon Byrne is our student loan debt forgiveness strategist. She's also a mind shift coach. Reach out to Miss Sharon, a wealth of knowledge. Woo, we got a lot of good stuff here. So we're talking about plan with a purpose, strategic power moves for a powerful 2026. You've already dropped, I don't know, a dozen golden bars, a dozen golden nuggets on us. What if somebody feels like they are already kind of doing a lot? They've had some success in their business, whatever they're doing, but they want to look at what's that next level. What are some things that an established entrepreneur, an established business owner needs for 2026 to really have that powerful 2026?
All right. So I will tell you that one of the things that people need to do is to empower others. You have grown to the highest level in that place, in that field, in that organization. But then you've not built anyone. You've not given back to people. You feel, oh, you are doing great. You're doing awesome. You're doing awesomely well. But then the least person in that place has not really gained one thing from you. I'm not talking about finance. I'm talking about in impacting the person positively. Now, I'll give you an instance. Like I said, I always give leadership talks. I'll tell you that the best form of leadership, or the best way to show good leadership, is when you focus on succession planning. Succession planning means that, okay, in the next few years, who will take over from me? In the next few years, oh, this person is good, this person is great. These are things that we also need to look into. So for me, I will say that you are doing well. That is good. But when you leave that place, will it still be great? So that is where we need to go into empowerment. We need to value people, give them accolades for the great work they are doing, and also invest in other businesses. If your business is doing very well, invest in other businesses, and also don't just be so involved in the business. Don't be so involved in the business. Build people that can manage the business even in your absence. So let your money work for you. I'll tell you, let your money work for you. So these are some of the things we need to look into. But I'll tell you, so many persons, they are doing very well in Nigeria. But one of the challenges is that when they die, the business crumbles. Then are the worst aspects because their children even try to handle it, but it doesn't work. I'll also give you an instance. I would say a woman who has a good school, she has two branches, two great branches. Now, the two great branches were doing well at some point. But what happened? Because these two great branches were doing well before, she now decided to relax, feel free, feel calm, and all that. Then she handed over the business to someone else. What happened? The business crumbled in the space of 2 years. So this is something you need to look into. She has children who studied education, but then they can't even handle the business the way she did. So that is something we need to look into. Try to build people, empower people, give them opportunity, and just give them that accolade. Even some persons, for example, me, I'm not talking about myself alone. Some other persons out there, when they have someone that values them, they put in their best. So value people today. Value them, value their time, value their efforts. Give them a chance. Listen to them. You see a lot of great things coming. So don't just build a business. Also build a great system around the business. Build a family around the business. Build a family around the business that people don't see it as just a job. They see it as a community, a family where, oh, I'm here, I'm coming here. There's an interaction, there's this family, there's this energy. We sit down, we discuss. We don't really have rivalry, but our focus is on succession, putting our best and achieving success.
Absolutely. You are so on point. And that's why I call myself the dynasty builder. That's why I talk about creating generational wealth. Listen, if we become entrepreneurs or we start a business, but that business dies when we do, all we did was buy ourselves a job. And I understand that's
Actually,
going to ruffle some feathers. I understand that is not what people want to hear, but that is the absolute truth. So it is our fiduciary responsibility to set up a succession plan, regardless of what your business is. Maybe you're a plumber and you think, well, I'm the person that knows everything about plumbing. You can find a way to have a succession plan. Maybe you have a subscription. Maybe you make ebooks. Maybe you create a YouTube channel about everything to do with plumbing. And if it's not
yeah, that's true.
inheritable, then to me, it's like, why do we do this? Why do we
Yeah,
do this? And absolutely, I love that. Succession planning is really something that people don't talk about enough. And I work with a
honestly,
lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, and many of them don't even know what that word means. They have no clue. They're like,
that's
what do
true.
you mean? What are you talking about? So that is you are on point. That is fire. Oh my goodness. I just
Thank you.
love that. And you know what?
Thank
I
you.
love that, Queen Dr. Leslie Flowers. Listen, you just gave me an idea here. Let's have 7-minute no pitch coffee chats. I want to challenge all of you. If you're here, you're watching replay, you see me online, you're not even sure who I am. Maybe you came here for Victor. I want to challenge you to have a no pitch coffee chat this week and then tag me. I want to see everybody having these 7-minute no pitch coffee chats. Let's get to know more people who are in our network. Whew, my goodness. Victor, you are bringing the fire. You definitely brought us your golden nuggets. You absolutely dropped so much wealth and wisdom. And I'm truly, truly honored that you were able to take the time just to spend a little bit of your valuable time with us here today. So as we go through this, you made a lot of new friends and you've made a lot of new friends and fans. How can people reach you? Where can people reach out to you if they want to connect with
All
you?
right. So firstly, if you are a person who wants to reach me, my number is displayed on the screen. It's +234 +234 7036214263. So you see that +234 7036214263. That's one part. You can also reach out to me via Future Setters Institute at gmail.com. Future Setters Institute at gmail.com. Then also, you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn via Victor Otasowie. You can reach out to me, Victor Otasowie, on LinkedIn. Let's connect. And as Leah said, let's have great coffee chats together and see how we can achieve success with this great community she's building.
Thank you so much, Victor. I just enjoyed this time. I took a whole page full of great golden nuggets that you shared with us. I know that anybody who watches this is going to get great value. And if you got some value today, put a 1 in the chat. I'd love to see your golden nuggets. I'd love for you to share something that you learned from today, or maybe it's something that you got reminded of. So how do you plan to have a purpose for 2026? What are those power moves that you're going to do in 2026 to make it a more powerful year? Thank you so much, Victor. I'm going to go ahead and move you backstage. Please give him a 1 in the chat and thank him so much for his time. This was a lot of fun. Victor was awesome. Was he passionate? I told you guys. When I met him on the coffee chat, I said, you know what? I have got to have you on Wealthy Wednesday. I love your message. I love your crusade. I love your passion and enthusiasm for what you're doing. I believe in your message. So please get to know him. Give him a shout out. Have that coffee chat with him. Please take it to that next level, right? It is our opportunity to get to know people. Maybe he could be a guest speaker on your show. Maybe you need his services. Maybe you have somebody else you can connect him with, or maybe you just have a wonderful conversation with another wonderful human. Well, this is the time this year now where I'm going to do something I'm going to call story time, right? Kind of highlight somebody that I've helped over the past few days, in the past week. And today I'm going absolutely all anonymous, right? I'm not going to use any names here. But I had the honor of helping somebody over the past couple of weeks, and I really honor her because it was very difficult for her to make the decision to come and work with me. Her finances are a little bit, disheveled, let's just put it that way. But she really wanted to make the decision to do something better, to have better. And I shared with her one of the specials that I'm having where we're able to put together her financial plan, and it gave her the opportunity to have 1 hour a month with me for the next 12 months. And she took advantage of that, which is super affordable. There's a crazy special right now, but that's not what this is about. And when I met with her, she'd been following me for a while. So it felt like we already knew each other. But we went through her spending plan, right? Her money strategy. And we started to populate everything. And really what's happened for her is really, I can't really even quantify it. But what happens when we start to look towards our money is that it changes our whole aura. When I met her, I think she's really confident, wonderful, passionate person, but you can kind of just tell there's some underlying stress there. And so we've gone through her spending plan. We were able to identify some areas, some little leakage areas, a couple of $100 a month that was going out that she wasn't quite understanding, wasn't really working for her in the best way possible, and review some of her life insurance policies so she understands what she had. But even doing that, like I haven't sold her anything. She hasn't invested a bunch of money, but I'm just so honored that people believe in me enough to trust me with their dollars. Those dollars she had to put together to invest in creating her spending plan and having this access to me on a monthly basis was probably for her a lot of money. Okay. And I understand that. I don't take that lightly. I'm super honored to be able to work with her, and I'm excited for what's going to happen with her. So remember, all progress starts by telling the truth. It's difficult to kind of look at our dollars. I understand that. But if we don't track where we are, we'll never know where we're going. And this is 2026. It is your year to get in the mix. It is your year. It truly is your year to start building that dynasty. What is a legacy you want to leave? You know, many people were born, we work, and then we die. And people will probably come to our funeral and they might say some wonderful things about us. But let me ask you a question. How many of those people will truly remember your legacy? How many of those people can really tell your story? How many of those people are you going to impact, not just today, but in future generations? And that to me is truly what it's about, creating that family dynasty and creating that generational wealth, which, by the way, it isn't just money, right? I talk about the 7 F's, building wealth in your faith, in your family, in your finance, your fitness, your fun, in philanthropic, because I believe that givers gain. Who are you giving back to? Who's the one person you're reaching back to? And also number 7 is food, because I love food. I think food connects us. Food's how we enjoy our time with each other. It's how we show each other that we love them. And it's really just, to me, I just think food is wonderful. I don't know about all of you. So that's why I work out so crazy, because I do love food so much. So that is going to do it for this episode of Wealthy Wednesday. Thank you all. I appreciate you. I love you. If you're looking for a guest speaking opportunity, please reach out to me. And by the way, I'm the queen of 7 minutes, no pitch coffee chats. Let's have a coffee chat together. If I don't know you, I would love to get to know more about you and the community that you serve. Thank you so much, everybody. Please join us every week at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Next week, I've got an incredible speaker. I'm so excited about it. So see you all. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Wealthy Wednesday, and tag somebody who needs to hear this. Help Victor out. Share this with somebody. Inspire somebody, right? Replay this for somebody who needs to hear this message. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hey there, I'm Leah Garcia. Have you ever wanted a career where you truly make a difference in people's lives? I'm building a team of driven financial and insurance professionals, people who want to help families and businesses protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth with confidence. If you're passionate about guiding others to achieve financial security, then you're exactly who I'm looking for. Join my supportive, growth-oriented environment and unlock your full potential. Ready to take the next step? Visit leahgarcia.io and let's start building your future together.